Introduction to mental resilience. Mental resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and adapt effectively to stress and adversity. It involves a combination of psychological traits, behaviors, and environmental factors that enable individuals to bounce back from challenging experiences. Developing resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but rather about possessing the tools to navigate it successfully. This foundational section will introduce the concept and its relevance in contemporary life. Understanding resilience is crucial for maintaining overall mental health and fostering personal growth. It empowers individuals to face life's inevitable ups and downs with greater strength and flexibility. Resilience is a dynamic process, not a fixed trait. It can be learned and developed over time through intentional practice and skill building. It encompasses various aspects, including emotional regulation, cognitive flexibility, and strong social connections. This course aims to equip you with practical strategies to cultivate and strengthen your own mental resilience. By understanding the underlying principles, you can proactively build a robust psychological framework. This journey will involve self-reflection and the application of evidence-based techniques to foster enduring well-being. Defining mental resilience. Mental resilience is formally defined as the ability to cope with and recover from stress, trauma, adversity, or tragedy. It is not merely about enduring hardship, but about growing stronger and developing new capacities as a result of challenging experiences. This definition highlights the active and transformative nature of resilience. It involves an adaptive process that allows individuals to maintain psychological equilibrium despite external pressures. Understanding this definition is the first step toward building a resilient mindset. It emphasizes the internal resources one can harness. Key aspects of mental resilience include flexibility, adaptability, and a capacity for positive reappraisal. Resilient individuals often possess a strong sense of purpose, effective problem-solving skills, and the ability to regulate their emotions. They can navigate setbacks without succumbing to prolonged distress or despair. These characteristics enable them to maintain functionality and well-being, even in difficult circumstances. This comprehensive definition underscores the multifaceted nature of psychological strength. Importance of resilience. Cultivating mental resilience is paramount for navigating the complexities of modern life. It serves as a protective factor against the detrimental effects of chronic stress, burnout, and mental health challenges. Resilient individuals are better equipped to manage daily pressures, recover from personal setbacks, and thrive in dynamic environments. This ability contributes significantly to long-term psychological well-being and overall life satisfaction. Without resilience, individuals may find themselves overwhelmed by adversity, leading to prolonged periods of distress. It is an essential life skill for personal and professional success. The benefits of resilience extend beyond individual well-being to impact interpersonal relationships and professional performance. Resilient individuals tend to have stronger relationships, as they can manage conflict and support others more effectively. In professional settings, resilience fosters innovation, problem-solving, and leadership capabilities, enabling individuals to adapt to change and overcome obstacles. It enhances one's capacity to learn from mistakes and persist in the face of challenges. Thus, resilience is a cornerstone for a fulfilling and productive life, both personally and professionally. Components of resilience. Mental resilience is comprised of several interconnected components that work in synergy to enhance an individual's ability to cope. These include emotional regulation, which is the capacity to manage and respond to emotional experiences effectively. Cognitive flexibility allows individuals to adapt their thinking patterns and perspectives in response to new information or challenging situations. Self-awareness involves understanding one's own emotions, strengths, and weaknesses. These elements form the bedrock of a resilient mindset, enabling effective responses to adversity. Further components include strong problem-solving skills, which enable individuals to identify issues and devise effective solutions. Self-efficacy, the belief in one's own ability to succeed, is crucial for persistence. Social support networks provide a sense of belonging and practical assistance during difficult times. Optimism, the tendency to expect positive outcomes, helps maintain hope and motivation. These combined factors contribute to a robust and adaptive psychological framework, empowering individuals to thrive amidst challenges. Each component plays a vital role in the overall resilience architecture. Understanding stress and its impact. Stress is a natural physiological and psychological response to demands or threats. While acute stress can be beneficial, chronic stress can have profound negative impacts on both mental and physical health. It can lead to anxiety, depression, impaired cognitive function, and a weakened immune system. Understanding the mechanisms of stress is crucial for developing effective resilience strategies. Recognizing the signs and symptoms of stress is the first step towards managing its effects. Prolonged exposure to stressors can deplete an individual's resources, making it harder to cope. The impact of stress varies significantly among individuals, influenced by genetic predispositions, personality traits, and coping resources. Chronic stress can manifest as persistent fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, and sleep disturbances. Physiologically, it can elevate blood pressure, increase inflammation, and disrupt hormonal balance. Developing resilience helps mitigate these adverse effects by enhancing an individual's capacity to adapt and recover. Effective stress management is a cornerstone of mental resilience, allowing individuals to maintain their well-being even under pressure. Cognitive restructuring techniques. Cognitive restructuring is a powerful technique used to identify and challenge unhelpful or irrational thought patterns. It involves recognizing cognitive distortions, such as catastrophizing or overgeneralization, and replacing them with more balanced and realistic thoughts. This process helps individuals reframe their perceptions of challenging situations, reducing emotional distress. By actively questioning negative self-talk, individuals can develop a more positive and adaptive mindset. This technique is fundamental to building mental resilience, shifting one's internal narrative. Practical cognitive restructuring techniques include thought records, where individuals document their thoughts, feelings, and alternative perspectives. Socratic questioning helps challenge the validity of negative thoughts by asking probing questions. Mindfulness practices can also aid in observing thoughts without judgment, creating space for restructuring. Regularly practicing these techniques can lead to significant improvements in emotional regulation and overall psychological well-being. It empowers individuals to take control of their internal dialogue and foster a more resilient outlook. Emotional regulation strategies. Emotional regulation refers to the ability to influence which emotions one has, when one has them, and how one experiences and expresses them. Effective strategies include identifying and labeling emotions, which helps in understanding their triggers and intensity. Deep breathing exercises and progressive muscle relaxation are physiological techniques that can calm the body's stress response. These methods provide immediate relief and prevent emotional escalation. Learning to pause before reacting is a critical step in gaining control over emotional responses. It empowers individuals to choose their reactions rather than being overwhelmed. Further strategies involve engaging in activities that promote positive emotions, such as hobbies, exercise, or spending time in nature. Cognitive reappraisal, a technique from cognitive restructuring, also plays a role by changing how one thinks about an emotion-eliciting situation. Seeking social support and practicing self-compassion are interpersonal approaches that can buffer emotional distress. Regularly applying these diverse strategies builds a robust capacity for emotional resilience. This holistic approach ensures a well-rounded ability to manage feelings effectively. Developing self-awareness. Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's own character, feelings, motives, and desires. It is a foundational element of mental resilience, enabling individuals to understand their internal landscape and how it influences their reactions to external events. Developing self-awareness involves introspection, reflection, and honest self-assessment. This understanding allows for more intentional responses rather than impulsive reactions. Knowing your triggers and coping mechanisms is vital for effective self-management. It provides clarity on personal strengths and areas for growth. Techniques for enhancing self-awareness include journaling, where thoughts and feelings are regularly recorded and reviewed. Mindfulness meditation encourages observing internal states without judgment, fostering a deeper connection to the present moment. Seeking feedback from trusted peers or mentors can also provide valuable external perspectives on one's behavior and impact. Consistent practice of these methods leads to a more profound understanding of oneself, which is essential for personal growth and building robust resilience. This continuous process of self-discovery empowers individuals to live more authentically. Building self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness, understanding, and acceptance, especially during times of difficulty or perceived failure. It is the opposite of harsh self-criticism and is a powerful antidote to shame and self-doubt. Building self-compassion means recognizing that suffering and personal inadequacy are part of the shared human experience. This perspective fosters a sense of common humanity rather than isolation. It allows individuals to acknowledge their imperfections without judgment, promoting emotional healing. Cultivating this inner kindness is vital for mental resilience. Key practices for developing self-compassion include mindfulness, which helps observe painful thoughts and emotions without getting overwhelmed. Self-kindness involves actively comforting oneself with gentle words and gestures, much like one would a friend. Recognizing common humanity reminds us that everyone experiences struggles, reducing feelings of isolation. These practices cultivate an inner sanctuary of support, enhancing one's ability to cope with adversity. Regularly engaging in self-compassionate acts strengthens emotional resilience and promotes overall well-being. Cultivating optimism. Optimism is the general expectation that good things will happen, or that things will turn out for the best. It is a crucial component of mental resilience as it fosters hope and motivation, even in challenging circumstances. Cultivating optimism does not mean ignoring problems, but rather approaching them with a positive outlook and belief in one's ability to find solutions. This mindset helps individuals persevere through setbacks and maintain a sense of purpose. It shifts focus from potential failures to possibilities for success, energizing efforts. Strategies for fostering optimism include practicing gratitude, where individuals regularly acknowledge positive aspects of their lives. Visualizing positive outcomes can help reinforce hopeful expectations. Engaging in positive self-talk and challenging pessimistic thoughts, similar to cognitive restructuring, also promotes an optimistic perspective. Surrounding oneself with positive influences and setting achievable goals can further strengthen this trait. Consistent effort in these areas can transform one's outlook, building a more resilient and hopeful disposition. Optimism is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. Problem-solving skills. Effective problem-solving skills are integral to mental resilience, enabling individuals to systematically address challenges rather than being overwhelmed by them. This involves identifying the core issue, brainstorming potential solutions, evaluating their pros and cons, and implementing the most viable option. A structured approach reduces anxiety and increases the likelihood of a successful outcome. It transforms obstacles into manageable tasks, fostering a sense of control and competence. This methodical process prevents emotional reactions from dictating responses. Developing strong problem-solving abilities includes breaking down complex problems into smaller, more manageable steps. Seeking different perspectives from others can provide fresh insights and alternative solutions. Learning from past experiences, both successes and failures, helps refine one's approach. Practicing critical thinking and decision-making in various contexts strengthens these skills over time. By consistently applying these strategies, individuals enhance their capacity to navigate difficulties with confidence and resourcefulness, reinforcing their overall resilience. It is a continuous learning process that builds intellectual fortitude. Effective communication is a vital skill for building and maintaining mental resilience, particularly in navigating interpersonal challenges and seeking support. It involves clearly expressing thoughts, feelings, and needs, while also actively listening to others. Open and honest dialogue fosters understanding, reduces misunderstandings, and strengthens relationships. This ability allows individuals to articulate their boundaries and advocate for themselves respectfully. Poor communication can exacerbate stress and lead to feelings of isolation, hindering resilience. It is the bridge to mutual support and conflict resolution. Key aspects of effective communication include active listening, which involves fully concentrating on what others are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Assertiveness allows individuals to express their opinions and needs without aggression or passivity. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is crucial for building rapport. Practicing these skills enhances social connections, provides avenues for emotional expression, and facilitates problem-solving in relationships. Strong communication networks are a cornerstone of a resilient support system, offering comfort and practical aid. Establishing healthy boundaries. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential for protecting one's mental and emotional energy, thereby enhancing resilience. Boundaries are limits we set in relationships and interactions to define what is acceptable and what is not. They prevent emotional depletion, reduce stress, and foster self-respect. Clear boundaries communicate personal needs and expectations, leading to healthier and more balanced relationships. Without them, individuals can feel overwhelmed, resentful, and exploited, which erodes their capacity to cope. It is an act of self-care and self-preservation. Implementing healthy boundaries involves identifying personal limits and communicating them assertively and respectfully. This may include saying no to requests that overextend one's capacity, setting limits on time spent with certain individuals, or defining acceptable behaviors from others. It requires self-awareness and the courage to prioritize one's well-being. While initially challenging, consistent boundary setting leads to increased self-esteem and a stronger sense of personal agency. This practice is fundamental for maintaining psychological balance and fostering long-term resilience, creating a protective shield around one's inner peace. Seeking social support. Seeking and utilizing social support is a cornerstone of mental resilience. Strong social connections provide emotional comfort, practical assistance, and a sense of belonging, which are crucial during times of stress and adversity. Knowing that one is not alone and has people to rely on can significantly buffer the impact of challenging experiences. This network acts as a protective factor, offering diverse perspectives and shared coping strategies. Isolation, conversely, can amplify distress and hinder recovery. It is a fundamental human need that bolsters psychological strength. Building and maintaining social support involves nurturing existing relationships and actively seeking out new connections. This can include spending quality time with family and friends, joining community groups, or participating in support networks. Being open about one's struggles and accepting help when offered are also vital aspects. Reciprocity in relationships, where support is both given and received, strengthens these bonds. A robust social network provides a continuous source of encouragement and validation, enhancing an individual's capacity to bounce back from setbacks and thrive. It is a dynamic process of connection and mutual care. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is the practice of intentionally bringing one's attention to the present moment without judgment. Meditation is a set of techniques that train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Both practices are powerful tools for cultivating mental resilience by enhancing self-awareness, emotional regulation, and cognitive flexibility. They help individuals observe thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed, creating a sense of inner calm. Regular practice can reduce stress, improve focus, and foster a more balanced perspective. Incorporating mindfulness and meditation into daily life can significantly improve one's capacity to cope with stress. Simple practices include mindful breathing, body scans, and mindful walking, which can be done anywhere, anytime. Formal meditation sessions, even for short durations, can train the mind to be more present and less reactive. These practices cultivate a sense of inner peace and stability, making individuals less susceptible to external pressures. Consistent engagement strengthens the neural pathways associated with calm and focus, building a robust foundation for enduring resilience. Physical well-being and resilience. Physical well-being is inextricably linked to mental resilience. A healthy body provides a strong foundation for a resilient mind, as physical health directly impacts mood, energy levels, and cognitive function. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate sleep are crucial for maintaining optimal physical and mental health. These practices reduce stress hormones, improve brain function, and enhance emotional stability. Neglecting physical health can leave individuals more vulnerable to stress and less capable of bouncing back from adversity. It is a holistic approach to overall well-being. Prioritizing physical well-being involves incorporating consistent healthy habits into daily routines. Regular physical activity, such as walking, jogging, or yoga, releases endorphins and reduces anxiety. A diet rich in whole foods supports brain health and energy. Ensuring 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is essential for cognitive restoration and emotional regulation. Avoiding excessive alcohol and caffeine also contributes to stable mood and energy. By actively caring for the body, individuals strengthen their mental capacity to cope with challenges and maintain a resilient state. This symbiotic relationship is key to enduring psychological strength. Goal setting and purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose and setting meaningful goals are powerful drivers of mental resilience. Purpose provides direction and meaning, helping individuals navigate difficult times by focusing on what truly matters. Goals, both short-term and long-term, offer a roadmap for progress and a sense of accomplishment, boosting self-efficacy and motivation. They provide a reason to persevere through challenges and maintain a positive outlook. Without purpose, individuals can feel adrift and overwhelmed by adversity. It is an anchor in turbulent times. Effective goal setting involves making goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. Regularly reviewing and adjusting goals helps maintain momentum and adaptability. Connecting daily actions to a larger purpose reinforces commitment and provides a sense of contribution. Celebrating small victories along the way builds confidence and sustains motivation. This intentional pursuit of purpose and goals empowers individuals to overcome obstacles, learn from experiences, and continuously grow, thereby strengthening their resilience. It transforms challenges into opportunities for development and achievement. Adapting to change. The ability to adapt to change is a critical aspect of mental resilience in an ever-evolving world. Change, whether personal or professional, often brings uncertainty and discomfort, which can be significant stressors. Resilient individuals possess cognitive flexibility, allowing them to adjust their perspectives and strategies in response to new circumstances. They view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for learning and growth. This adaptive mindset minimizes resistance and facilitates smoother transitions. It is about embracing the unknown with confidence and curiosity. Strategies for adapting to change include maintaining an open mind and a willingness to learn new skills. Practicing acceptance of what cannot be controlled helps reduce unnecessary stress and frustration. Focusing on what can be influenced rather than dwelling on what cannot empowers individuals to take proactive steps. Building a strong support network provides stability during periods of transition. Regularly reflecting on past experiences of successful adaptation reinforces confidence in one's ability to navigate future changes. This continuous process of adjustment strengthens overall resilience, making individuals more agile and robust. Overcoming adversity. Overcoming adversity is the ultimate test and demonstration of mental resilience. Adversity refers to significant challenges, setbacks, or traumatic experiences that disrupt normal life. Resilient individuals do not crumble under pressure, but instead draw upon their internal resources and coping strategies to navigate these difficult times. They possess the capacity to endure hardship, learn from it, and emerge stronger. This process often involves a period of struggle, but ultimately leads to personal growth and enhanced psychological fortitude. It is about transforming pain into power. Strategies for overcoming adversity include maintaining a positive outlook, even when circumstances are dire, and focusing on controllable aspects. Seeking and accepting support from others is crucial, as is practicing self-compassion during moments of vulnerability. Engaging in problem-solving to address specific challenges and finding meaning in the experience can also aid recovery. Recognizing one's own strength and past successes provides motivation to persevere. Through these combined efforts, individuals can not only survive adversity, but also thrive in its aftermath, developing a deeper sense of purpose and inner strength. Sustaining resilience practices. Sustaining resilience practices is an ongoing commitment, not a one-time achievement. Mental resilience is like a muscle that requires continuous exercise and nourishment to remain strong. Regularly integrating the strategies learned, such as mindfulness, emotional regulation, and cognitive restructuring, into daily life is essential. This consistent effort ensures that coping mechanisms are readily available when faced with new challenges. Without sustained practice, resilience can wane, leaving individuals vulnerable to stress. It is a lifelong journey of self-improvement and maintenance. Key to sustaining resilience is self-monitoring and periodic self-assessment to identify areas needing reinforcement. Adapting practices as life circumstances change ensures their continued relevance and effectiveness. Seeking ongoing learning opportunities and professional development can further enhance one's resilience toolkit. Building a supportive community and engaging in acts of service also contribute to a sense of purpose and well-being. Reinforcing resilience. By making these practices a consistent part of one's lifestyle, individuals can ensure lasting psychological strength and adaptability, thriving through all of life's experiences.